Okay. Hi, Ethan Armitage. Hi, Jerry the Caledonian. Hey, Leslie, how are you? Hey, Jackie, I'm sorry to hear about your adopted brother. You did not need another tragedy in your life. I'm so sorry that another one has befallen you. It's going to be at a weird angle. I don't have a good place to prop the phone up. I wish I had something I could prop the phone up on. Let's, I don't know if the camera bag would work, and this phone gets really tetchy. Come on. Camera bag. Really? Alright, we're having that issue now. Alright, okay, I'm trying to work with things here and they're all just being difficult as all get out. Let's see there. One way or another, I'm going to make this work, damn it. I'm tired of fighting bad internet and everything. Okay. There. That almost works. All right, so one more time. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Ewan. Hi, Lee. Hi, Ethan, for the third or fourth time, just to make sure you hear your name. Hi, Chris. Chris, it was so awesome to meet you today. It was beautiful. Thank you for coming all the way down, riding a bus all the way down to this part of Edinburgh so that we could spend a few hours with you. Thank you. I enjoyed it. Alan, Dragon Junction, I saw that you posted the video with a little bit about our visit with you. I want to leave no doubt. I was reading the comments while Joyce and I were at dinner. We were kind of going over the comments, and some people are like, it looked like Anthony and Joyce were enjoying themselves. I hope Anthony and Joyce enjoy themselves. Let there be no doubt. Anthony and Joyce are absolutely overwhelmingly in love with what Alan and Babs did for us. It was amazing. What Alan took us to, what Alan showed us, the fact that he drove us all over, just our minds are blown at the generosity. What an amazingly excellent man and family. We got to meet his one of his daughters and the grandson. It blew my mind. It was so awesome to spend the time. Seeing the shed was just like the icing on the cake, as we say, or the cherry on the cake. It was amazing. Hey, Joshua, how are you? 156 Andrew. The problem with internet here is that we just keep running places that have, these are low budget places and they don't put a lot of money into their internet. So unfortunately, it's nothing I can fix here. I can do only so much based on the Wi-Fi signal I have. Otherwise, I have to use my own home network, and that charges me a fortune if I try to do live, because that's how the American companies get you. Stefan Skål, nice to have you from Norway here. Joseph, great to have you here. Hi, Richard Brown. And Lee, I'm going to get through all that. Hey, Digger Evans, nice to have you. I really wanted to do a live stream last week, and of course, it just wasn't working. And then we tried to do from our place in Liverpool, and we were just surrounded by tall buildings. And this space actually has a Wi-Fi router built into the wall here, but it's not a great one. But at least it's better than Liverpool. I'm able to do this on my phone. It definitely was fighting with my computer. My phone's handling it a little better. But, hey, there's Joyce.
Yes, hi, everybody.
Pull a chair up if you want.
Oh.
When you want. When you want, if you want.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
I know. So yeah, Richard, I will also talk about that as it comes up, as more people. Ewan, great to see you. Joyce is going to sit off camera again.
Well, that's okay. I can hear everybody, so.
You can't hear anybody but me.
Well, I hear you.
But you can read the comments, and you could watch it on your thing and type in, I guess. But you know, it's hard to do this in order, and you don't just. For example, the last 3 days, we met Lee and Jackie, which was awesome. Although I feel so bad that we ran Jackie all over Liverpool, but it was wonderful to meet Jackie and again hang out with Lee. We met yesterday. We went over to Jim at Hover Motion's place, and that was mind-blowing. Jim and his wife Donna and their 2 kids, their 2 daughters, who I've actually kind of watched grow up over 4 or 5 years watching his channel. It was wild. It was unbelievable to be there. Jim, another amazingly generous man. He didn't have to, but he drove us from Manchester back to Liverpool in his car. We would have happily taken the tram and the train. And he's like, no, I'll drive you. Even though it was going to be an hour and 40-minute trip for him there and back. Okay. So I'm just, right now I want to talk about all the amazing people we met. And then today, there's a gentleman named Philip Page who is a member of this channel, a subscriber to this channel. And he's got a cool channel that I've loved for 3 years or more. Philip Page. I'm not going to try to type everything in here, but it's spelled like it sounds, Philip Page. His channel is Philip Page. He used to do what he called the Kitchen Countertop Railway. Brilliant guy. He does rail fanning videos. He needs a lot more subscriber than he has. But he went out of his way. He came over to Wigan just because he knew our train was going to stop at Wigan and we would have to change platforms. Just so he could be there and meet us and say hello on the platform. That somebody is so into our channel that they are willing to come all the way over and just stand on a train station to meet us for 7 minutes. Now, thanks to a train delay, it turned into 20. But again, it's just so unbelievable. He's such a nice guy. And then we got to Edinburgh, and we had arranged with Chris to meet this afternoon. And Chris is another guy I've been watching on YouTube for a couple of years. I love Chris's channel. I love Chris's personality. And it was just so brilliant to see Chris today. I didn't want to let him leave. He had to get back to Shirley and put him on his bus. But I wanted more time with him. More time with everybody. Felt too short. And of course, Philip, it was very short. To have met so many people, and that we haven't even mentioned Tim J.D. Dowd, who we met. We arrived, let me finish that. And we met Tim while we were down in Cardiff, and that was over a week ago already. And Tim J.D., and if you're not subscribed to Tim Dowd's channel, Tim J.D. Dowd, D-O-W-D, go subscribe to his channel. He does great rail fanning. He's got some gorgeous trains he runs in a room at his house. Check these guys out. But we're amazed. I was the fanboy at Jim and at Alan's place. I'm just like, oh boy, it's Alan's shed. Here it is. Here's all this stuff I've been seeing on my TV for 3 years. 3.5 years. Here's Jim Hover Motion. I've been seeing this for 4, almost 5 years. This is amazing. And I'm geeking out. And then Jim's wife and daughters are like, It's the guy who does all the silly stuff on YouTube. We watch your stream every Friday. And I'm like, you watch me? You know, and so to have people do that. So, all right, so let's talk about a couple of issues just so we can deal with these and get them out there, because a couple of people are mentioning them. All right, yes, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, Joyce and I are fully aware of the strike situation. If you follow us on Facebook and even in YouTube comments, we know the situation. Joyce and I our scheduled train ride was Edinburgh to York on June 21st. That's the first of the 3 days the RMT has called their strike, or their industrial action, as it's called over here. We are fully aware of this. Joyce and I have already booked a bus on the 21st instead. We're not happy about it. It's a 7-hour bus ride as opposed to a 2.5-hour train ride. Maybe something good will happen. Some train companies are saying they'll have limited trains running. I know everything going north from Edinburgh is shut down, but some things running south. I don't know, and I won't know if our train is canceled until the 20th. So we do have a bus ticket from Edinburgh to York. It's going to be 7 hours by bus. We're not happy about it, but it comes with the territory. It's what we got to do. A bigger issue is that their third industrial action day is Thursday. Is the 25th. I think that's a Wednesday. Or is that a Tuesday? I can't keep it straight. Well, what is today? Today is Friday, Saturday. No, that would be a Saturday, because today's Friday. So the 25th, a week from today, that's when Joyce and I are supposed to go back to London, and we have one last day in London, the 26th, before we have to fly home to America on the 27th. And so all of a sudden now, getting from York to London is in jeopardy with these strikes. And we have not figured out how we're going to do that yet. We are looking at everything from renting a car to hiring an Uber driver or a taxi and just paying the money. Lee, unfortunately, everything was in our bags. We got into Edinburgh at 3:15. We checked into our room. We dropped off our bags and we ran off. And I forgot to grab your stickers. I'm sorry, Lee. I will try to mail them or hand them off to somebody. I feel really bad about that, Lee, but I forgot to pass your stickers on to Chris. I'm sorry. Our train was 20 minutes late. It was crowded because they had 2 trains that they had to shut down for some reason, whether it was industrial action or not. We don't know. And so we had twice as many people on our train as was supposed to be there because they combined 2 trains. Our train was running and they added people from a train that got canceled onto it. Fortunately, Joyce and I had reserved seats. Hey, Sparky, how are you? Hey, Sparky. So, anyhow, yeah, the strike is a looming issue. Now, the York meeting is on the 22nd. Now, I know of 3 people that said they're actually going to come to York to meet us. And again, I was not trying to make it a YouTube modelers greet day. I just said I was going to be at York on the 22nd, and anybody who wants to meet us there, if it was possible, we'd love to see you. It's not canceled. But the 22nd is the day after the 21st. How many people are going to stay out on the 22nd? How many trains, if you're going to come by train? Hey, thank you, Tim JD. There's my man. Hey, Tim. Oh, my God. I mean, it's great because several of the people I met are actually here right now. And it just, I'm humbled. I can't believe, I don't think I fixed that. It's been amazing. And Joyce and I are both have just been overwhelmed. Despite the craziness to get here, and despite the looming craziness of the train strikes, from June 2nd to May, other than the internet in Liverpool, we got nothing to complain about. And Liverpool itself was awesome, was a gorgeous city. We loved it. We have met so many people. There's so many stories that we can't tell because I get home late. This is the earliest we've been home, and it's already 9 o'clock here. And I'm just putting my videos on my computer, and I post a couple of pictures on Facebook for my family and friends back home, just to let them know what we did. But otherwise, all the cool videos that we shot with Jim or with Alan, with Lee, that's all going to have to wait till I get back to America and start posting them on my YouTube channel later. But again, I'm going to be a broken record. It is so awesome. And I just want those people, from Tim down in Newport and Cardiff, Alan, Lee and Jackie, Alan and Babs, Jim and his wife Donna. It has been so crazy.
Don't forget Philip.
What?
Don't forget Philip.
Right. And then Philip coming up to Wigan and meeting us on the platform, which turned into 20 minutes because of the train delay. That somebody liked my channel enough that they wanted to come and meet me. And I just I'm all those people that we visited, I hope we did it. I know Joyce doesn't, but I hope I didn't annoy you. But I'm like a kid on Christmas who just got the pony and the Daisy BB gun and the new football kit and everything, because it's just been a blast. And I've just been bug-eyed, blown away, mesmerized. I'm sitting there, there's Alan standing next to me while Joyce is trying to pick up some trains because we had a little mishap, and Joyce is putting the trains back on, and Alan's fixing the switch, and I'm just sitting there going, I'm in the shed with Alan. Alan's right there, here's the shed. Alan's there, here's the shed. And my brain is just like a 13-year-old girl who's seeing her favorite boy band. Meeting Tim JD was awesome, because this guy has been a huge supporter of my channel since I started live streaming. And meeting him and just going to Gloucester with him, and it was just beautiful. I mean, it was just really yeah. So again, that's what we're worried about, Ewan, is the secondary stuff. We're worried about all the secondary things, but the biggest thing now is just one way or another, we're going to get to York. It'll either be by some overpacked train or by that, but now we also got to figure out York to London. Again, technically, it wouldn't be a major disaster if we had to, it would be a disaster because we wouldn't have a place to stay in York. We'd have to spend another night in York and then take the train out first thing in the morning on the 26th. But again, you don't know what the day after, how many people are going to just continue the strike the next day. And again, it becomes politics. I'm not going to hate on the railroad workers. I don't know the RMT. I don't know the situation. And talking to some of you, I know some of you have strong opinion one way and the other. And it just shouldn't come to this. Both sides need to be able to just sit down and sort it out. And I've been a member for 36 years, a member of a union where twice we voted to strike. Now, it didn't come to striking, but we felt we were being abused, and we were, by management. and things needed to be changed. And but only by threatening to strike. But the threat and the vote, that's so like 90% of union members voted to strike, that made management sit down at the table and get more serious and say, okay, let's negotiate. And the funny thing about when Joyce and our union was voting to strike is because management, instead of just giving us what we asked for originally, decided to push it to the end of a strike vote, we wound up getting more. We were like asking for a 2.5 pay raise, and they wound up being forced to give us a 3.2 because the state mediators and everything got involved. And it was like, if they had just conceded originally, there wouldn't have been the threat of a strike, and it would have saved them money in the long run too. And instead, because they were so belligerent, and that's how I feel these rail companies are being right now. For 2 weeks, I've been getting emails. Watch out for industrial action. Watch out for industrial action. Don't even travel. Don't even travel. Don't even bother traveling because of the train. Why don't you stop and deal with the stuff instead of warning us about not traveling? Why don't you just fix it so we can all travel? But again, that's a different issue. Hush, woman. You don't want to be on the stream. Don't be over there commenting. So, yeah, it's, but that's my outsider point of view. Otherwise, Joyce and I will be out hitchhiking. Big bags. That's where we really need a good friend. Somebody that's willing to drive us all the way down from Edinburgh to York. Probably be faster than the bus.
That wasn't a hint.
I'm just trying to get this where it sits kind of square, and all I do is mess it up. This is such an annoying, but it is a bizarre little, I don't know, what could I do here? Maybe I can sit this square. Sorry guys, my ADD perfectionism is fighting trying to get this phone to sit square so that works. That almost works. That almost works. And I'm trying to keep it close to the screen so I can read the comments, which are actually over here, and the camera's over here. Hey George, how are you? But it's been amazing, and the weather keeps being nice to us. You know, even the couple of days we had some rain in Cardiff, by the time we got to where we were going, or when we were up in Bangor, oh, it's supposed to be rainy and cold and windy. Well, by the time we got to Conway Castle, the wind had blown the rain clouds away and it was sunny. We had a beautiful day at Conway Castle. When Alan drove us around, clouds came in for a bit, but oh my goodness, we had a beautiful day with Alan and his family. And again, for the 20th time or more, thank you, Alan. And then there's the stuff you don't even plan. Hey, St. Mary is here. How you doing? No, we're really not asking somebody to drive all the way over here and do that, Andrew or anybody else. We've got people here going, anybody live close that they could go pick them up and drive them to York? No. Yeah. We had this, anybody who knows me on Facebook already saw the pictures. It was just stupid, but I want to share this story because this is the beauty of this trip. And it kind of, I think, if you try to keep throwing out good vibes, eventually good vibes come to you. And I try to throw out good vibes. So Stuart is here. Hello, Norman. But when we were in Liverpool, the first day we were in Liverpool, and again, for those of you who don't know, Joyce and I literally had to take a flight 3 hours earlier than planned when we came to the UK. We rushed out of our house and realized we left some things behind. Well, as we got through the trip, we realized there were a couple of over-the-counter medicines Joyce and I tend to need, and we ran out of them. We had grabbed a bottle. Oops, there wasn't as much in there. We forgot to refill the bottle because we have travel bottles and stuff. And so we found a chemist, a pharmacy, for those of you on the American side. We found a chemist, this place just down the corner where we were at, called Eurochemist. And we walked in there on Monday, our first day in Liverpool, and explained we needed some allergy medicine for Joyce. Okay, and oh yeah, we know what you need, and yes, it's over here. We sell it here. You can't sell this stuff at other stores, you know, like in America where you can buy this crap anywhere. Anyhow, and they noticed our American accents, and they started talking to us, and they spent a good 10 minutes talking to us on Monday about staying in Liverpool. What are your plans? What are you going to do? Okay, you're a big Beatle fan. Okay, great. So then we did our tour of Liverpool. Well, Thursday, the day was our last full day in Liverpool, we realized there was some other medicine we needed, and we went back over to this chemist. And the two women that are the chief chemists were there again, and they recognized right away, oh, it's our American friends. How are you? Come on in. And they started talking to us again. What did how'd you enjoy Liverpool? Did you like Liverpool? What was your favorite bit? Did you get to see this? Did you get to go do that? And they chatted away with us, and customers are coming in, and they're quickly dealing with the customers, but they're talking to us, and a couple of the customers stop, and this woman in her 80s walks in, and she's got a cane, one of those canes that has the four, it's got the foot with the four toes at the bottom of it. Hey, Roy, how are you? And so, I'm seeing the customers come in, and I'm like, all right, well, we don't want to waste your time. And the chemists are like, no, it's all right. We can do this and keep talking. And I'm like, in America, it'd be like, okay, you got to go, I'm busy. And the customers would be like, you're wasting our time. And these people are just sitting there smiling and chatting with us. And so finally, after talking about all the things I did in Liverpool and all the things I loved, and a couple of people had asked me, well, you're a Liverpool fan. And I said, yes, I've been a Liverpool fan for over 50 years. I go back to when Bill Shankly was coach, the great Bill Shankly, Bob Paisley, after him, and was telling stories of how I used to listen to shortwave radio broadcasts of the football matches from the UK, and would follow Liverpool in magazines, and even our newspaper had an international sports section at one time, our own local newspaper, so I could keep up with the scores and the tables of the old English football league, the first division. And one of the chemists finally said, okay, you're a Beatles fan, you've done all this, you've been to the cavern, you do this. She says, in her very, very Liverpudlian accent, so I guess that makes you an official Scouser, love. And I was being flippant back, and I said, well, it's not like anybody's knighted me or anything. And she starts laughing and says, we can change that. And she and the other chemists, while customers are there in the store, go running in the back of their things. They're looking for stuff. And we're like, what are you doing? And then we're like, I think we know what they're doing. No, you've got customers. And the customers are laughing. These two customers that are still there, including this woman in her 80s, they're laughing. And they're like, no, it's okay. Go for it. Go love, And the old lady finally steps forward, and she looks up on the chemist, and she says, I'm an official Scouser. I watched the Beatles at the Cavern. I'm 80 whatever years old, blah, blah, blah. Use my cane and make him an official Scouser. So the chemist comes out, they take this woman's cane, and she literally holds the cane. So I was like, okay, and I get down on my knees, and we did the whole stupid bit. Joyce took some pictures of it, and she's like, I now dub thee an official Liverpudlian Scouser. And everybody's laughing. Everybody's laughing. It was hilariously brilliant. You couldn't have, And they're all doing it, and the old lady is there, and she's like, you are a true Liverpool. In fact, you know more about Liverpool than some true Scousers I know. And I'm just like, wow. If you don't wake up in the morning and say, I think this shall happen today. It was just totally random. But these two chemists, I mean, here's a doctor of pharmaceutical medicines and the student of pharmacy who works there as an intern or whatever, and they're running around. You know, they've got customers and they're running around looking for something, and then the old lady's, take my cane. It was just so, I mean, it gets you. It was just so funny because you go from Alan to Jim to these chemists to Philip Page to Chris. It's just every day from Tim. You just keep meeting these beautiful people. It is so awesome. And to think that some of these people wanted to come and see us. And like when we met Chris today, you know, I'm telling Chris how much I've wanted to meet him. He's like, well, I'm a nobody. And I'm like, so am I. He's like, and he starts talking subscriber numbers on YouTube, and I'm like, who gives a shit how many subscribers we have? You know, who cares how many subscribers we have? In the end, we're just faces and people, and you can have 60,000 subscribers or 100,000 subscribers or 1 million subscribers and be a complete waste of humanity. Or you can have 170 subscribers and be one of the greatest people on the planet Earth. It doesn't matter how many subscribers you have. What mattered is all these beautiful people, and some of them actually care enough about my stupid self on my YouTube channel that they wanted to meet me. Now, in some cases, I kind of, forced myself. I joked for a while. I'd love, we're coming to the UK. I want to see Alan. Alan's like, yeah, sure, come on. I was like, really? Jim Hovermotion is the one Jim at Hovermotion. I don't want to put out his last name. Many of you probably know it, but just in case, since he never puts his last name out there. But Jim is, Jim is such a quiet guy. And he still doesn't understand why he has 16,000 subscribers. I'm like, dude, have you ever seen your channel? But he's such a beautiful person. His wife, Donna, was beautiful. Joyce and Donna had great time together. And you want to talk about great. Joyce over here, if I could just talk her to come and sit on the camera for a few minutes, like this was a normal live stream. Joyce has been put in these situations where this is me and people on YouTube who know me. And all of a sudden, here's Joyce and Jim's wife, Donna, and like, okay, you two people have never met. And they sat down out on the patio and talked like two good neighbors that have known each other forever. That are going to travel to York to meet us. That just blows my mind. But at the same time, I wanted to go meet you people, so why wouldn't it be? I guess we all see ourselves differently than the way others see us, but oh my God. I can't mention one person without feeling the need to mention everybody, because to see Chris, we went to Starbucks and I had hot coffee, or I had hot chocolate, and Chris had a cappuccino. And I've watched this guy on YouTube for 2 years, and we've laughed and we've talked, and he's been a fan of my channel. He got to be Wilbur Farr. Oh, Miles, you need to chill out. And the funny thing is, I'm just sitting there looking at Chris's bearded face, that face I've seen on YouTube hundreds of times, and I'm just going, that's Chris. That's Chris. Oh my God, Chris is sitting right here. And he got to meet a voice of an angel.
I really think you're all tone deaf.
Grab a chair and sit for a few minutes. Act communal, dear. You've got people out there that like you. What was that look for? Pull up a chair and sit for a few minutes. Okay, you're gonna go check the laundry now. Okay. It's just been brilliant. Now, George, I saw your comment and your email. George, where were you 2 weeks ago? Well, 2 weeks and 2 days ago. Where was that idea before we got to the UK? Because as soon as I read your email, I said that to Joyce and we both went, duh.
Oh, what's that?
The white car and have everybody sign it. The problem is we had met almost everybody except the people we're going to meet at yours.
Right.
And again, not. You got to understand, we have our days planned. Because I got people like, oh, you got to go to this train shop here and you got to go to that train shop there. You're in Liverpool, you got to go here. You're in Cardiff, there's a great train shop here, or just go up there. We didn't come here to go to train shops. So I can only go to train shops when I'm done with the stuff I promised Joyce we would do. And Joyce has been very sneaky. She keeps making sure that our sightseeing trips last longer than the train shops stay open. She's been very devious that way.
Oh, sure I am.
Hey, Lindy's there. Hi, Kai. Come and say hello to your grandson. Your grandson is here. Why don't you come and let him see his grandson's face?
I just put a t-shirt on. I'm doing laundry. I'm not quite in. But anyway, hi, Kyan. Oma loves you.
Kyan! Opa! Hey, Joe, how are you? Well, yeah, I mean, the problem is, we've already been told there are a couple of train shops near us here in Edinburgh.
Yeah, Chris was steering them.
Chris was steering me.
Yeah.
But we've got to find them. We've got to find the time. We have things we're doing. I've had people emailing me and talking to me on Facebook. Oh, you got to take this train right here. You got to do this train right here. And you got to do this train right. And it's like, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but this actually wasn't a rail vacation. We're just here doing our sightseeing bit.
Yes.
I just happen to be in the model train.
He has to entertain me.
Yeah, I've got to keep her going. Hey, Kyle Stevens is here.
So, hi, Kyle. And hi, everybody. I know I haven't said hi to everybody, so I'm just going to give you a blanket hi. I hope you guys all understand that. Can't go back. What?
I was debating on turning on that.
The light?
Yeah, there. A little brighter in here.
Brighter in here?
A little brighter.
Yeah.
But it's just, everywhere we've gone has been brilliant. There's not been, I mean,
White walls.
what is the, hey Simon, how are you? What is our only disappointment? Was the town of Bangor itself.
Yeah.
Some of the coolest things we did were while we were in Bangor, but the town of Bangor itself was like,
Yeah,
no vibe to it. We went to a cool church in Bangor, saw some beautiful architecture, went down to see the bay and the tide coming in and out. Some beautiful things on the fringes of Bangor, but the town itself, we found one good restaurant, but really it just was kind of a quiet, dull place. But we went to Carnarvon from Bangor.
Yeah,
we went to Conway.
So cool.
We met Alan.
Yeah.
We did so many super cool things. If there was a disappointment, it was simply the town of Bangor itself was just kind of meh. Yeah, everybody keeps telling us about the Monk Bar model shop, so that is definitely on the list.
That's on the list. Hi, Jackie. It's hard for me to see the chat too well.
Is it?
Oh yeah, well, a little bit, yeah. Just
but again, and it's not to denigrate it. It's got some beautiful sights from it, and it was a perfect location to go out and do these things. But you know, Cardiff was just a really cool city. Liverpool was awesome, and Edinburgh is just whoa. On our first use here, although tomorrow's where we're really going to go through Edinburgh and see it.
Yeah, it's. I say I'm impressed with the cliffside there.
You know, I'm being mean to Joyce and nagging her to be on camera here because she's tired. We're tired, and she said, "Yeah."
Over there and chill, but...
Richard, that's up to your mom.
Yeah, we had a wonderful time in Liverpool.
So anyhow, let's talk about the York meetup. I will be arriving at the York National Railway Museum at 11 o'clock. Okay? I will be there at 11.
Oh, yeah, her mom. Yeah, your mom could come then. Yeah.
I will post or you can go to Facebook and contact me through Facebook, and I will give you my cell phone number that you can text me, or you can even just Facebook Messenger me what time you're there, and I will come and find you. Because originally we were supposed to have a big meet and greet at, the Royal Trains. There used to be a cafe there, but the cafe's gone now. But we were going to have a big meet and greet but that kind of fell through. But we're still gonna be there. I know March West Junction. Hey Tom, how are you? Great to see you here. But Andrew at March West Junction, I think he said he's going to arrive around 1 o'clock. But I'm planning on spending most of the day there. So I'll get there 11-ish. Right, and that's going to be the big issue.
Right,
trains
the
allowing.
trains, yeah,
because it's the day after the strike. And Chris was making some great points as we were talking to him. But, you know, it's been, I mean, we're here 15, I mean, this is the 17th. Our trip to Germany started on, the 2017 trip to Germany started on the 1st and ended on the 17th. We were there for 16 days.
That sounds about right.
And then 2019, we went home on the 21st or the 22nd. We have packed so much into this.
Yeah, we're kind of hitting
this
fatigue level, but hopefully
we are more overwhelmed in a good way. We are more overwhelmed in a good way than I can think of any trip to Germany. Can you?
Yeah, well, it's been very different. So.
It's different for sure. But even when I go to Germany, we meet old friends, but these are people we've known for many years. This year we're meeting people. I'll use Jim as an example, although Alan's family could fit in too. When we went to Jim's house, he has 2 daughters, and one is about 18 and one's about 13 or 14. No, she's 14. Now, I've been watching Jim's channel for close to 5 years, and these girls have been in his videos at time. And I've kind of watched them grow up, and I know their names. And it's just like he had both of them in a video for something about 4 months ago. And it was like, wow, they've really grown up, because it had been a while since they'd been in videos. And then suddenly I'm at Jim's house, and there's his 2 daughters. And it's really awkward. And I looked at his oldest daughter, and I just said, okay. I looked at his oldest daughter, and I said, I feel it's so creepy to be sitting here seeing you, because for 5 years I've watched you grow up without it. You know, I just feel like a real creep. And she's like, no. You know, we've been watching you on Friday nights for 3 years now since you started doing your live feeds. I know it's weird, and she was really polite about making it so less awkward.
Yeah, they were very, very nice.
It's just brilliant. And again, it was the same thing. You know, you hear names. You know, you'll hear Alan mention Babs, and occasionally she'll be on the videos. You'll need to call on Harbor and Hobbies as you're in Edinburgh. Now, see, people say that. Now, Chris, if you're still here, there's Philip. How you doing, Philip? God, it was so cool to see you today.
That was very, very nice. Yeah.
That was so cool.
Nice picture on Facebook and everything. So it's cool.
That was so brilliant that, that somebody came out, because originally it was only going to be what? It was a 7-minute window. Our train was supposed to arrive at 31 and leave at 38. But he was going to be there on the platform. Now, I will laugh. What did just about everybody we've met from YouTube, what has been their comment when they meet us?
Yeah, you're tall. Really see?
I didn't know.
Really see you sitting down. When you compare the two of us, we're on the same size chair.
Everybody.
Yeah.
I didn't think you were that tall.
Yeah.
I didn't think you were that tall. I'm always mentioning I'm 6'3", and if I put on shoes, I'm closer to 6'4". And so yeah, everybody's like, "Hi, Anthony." Now Alan's fairly tall too, but so I don't know if he had that reaction, but Babs did. Yeah. Babs mentioned, "You look taller than you are on YouTube."
Right, on the telly.
I don't know. Do I hunch over on YouTube?
Hard to tell. So.
I figure when I get up to move something, people are like, "Oh yeah, look at the long legs and torso on that guy. He's tall." But okay, you're going back. Okay, Joyce is leaving the camera now.
Yeah, but I'm here. You can.
She's over there. Yeah, if you shout, she'll hear you.
Right. If you say something, Anthony will repeat it.
So Joyce is off camera. She does not want to be on camera right now. Whatever. Yeah, I was much closer to 6'4", and I've shrunk a little bit as the years have gone by. What do they call that between the joints in your bones? Joyce? Cartilage. That's the cartilage shrinks between your spines and in your knee joints and that. Hey, Flymo Chairman, how are you? Yes, we are in Edinburgh. And we already met 2 more fellow YouTubers today to add to the list of people that have had to put up with me. I mean, let's face it, you're all there to see Joyce, really. That's what it was all about. You were all there to see Joyce. I just come along and escort Joyce. Chris asked Joyce to sing for him. No, the fun bit I had was like Tim, who's been a big fan of the Matt Clark series too, was having fun as I would just go into the voices and, where do the voices come from? And I have all these personalities in my head and they all come out. I was waiting for Jean Ricard to see if he would show up. Right. But yeah, it's been really, really, really. Chris asked Joyce to sing for him. We did get a couple of people ask, when are we going to start doing more songs? That was nice. I like it when people like that. Yeah, Jackie, it was awesome. Although, Jackie, now you're... I do have pictures of you, Jackie, and we're going to start playing a game called Blackmail, where I will threaten to post pictures until you pay me enough money. No, I promised you I would not put your pictures up anywhere. It's just in my family photo album. But it was awesome to meet you, Jackie, and Lee, of course, as well. It's just been so... Yeah, and see, I've got to watch that video where Chris, it didn't come up on my alerts. And when we met Chris today, Chris said, "Did you see the video about you?" And I thought he was talking about Lee, because Lee put one up with us. Although he cut off the best parts, Lee. Come on, Lee. I gave you some good stuff at the beginning when we first met. You went straight to that short interview there. I gave you some good stuff. Kyle Stevens, Joyce and I are right now in Edinburgh, Scotland. We're in Edinburgh with all the Scots. No Glaswegians yet, just Scots. Just Edinburgh burgers. Edinburghers. No, that's wrong. No, we can't say that. Hey, there's Jim. Jim. Oh, it's great to see you. Oh, Jim, again, thank you for driving us all the way back. I mean, that was an hour and 45-minute car ride, dude. You did not have to do that. It was awesome because it gave us more time to talk and hang out because Jim, oh my God, all the people here, I will not play favorites, but I will say that of all the YouTubers, Jim was a definite, I forced myself on Jim. It's been a bromance because Jim was, I worked my way, New Junction, Cottesmore, Budget Model Railway, found, not that she knows who I am or anything, but those were the earliest channels I joined. But Jim was the first because I was following all these German train channels from Germany. And suddenly he came up and I started listening and I was like, hey, this guy speaks English, cool. And here's a UK guy running German trains, not UK trains. And that was an immediate connection, and we started talking through comments on videos. But I developed an obsession with Jim. Jim is, it's been a one-way bromance with Jim. I have just been just obsessed with Jim for a long time, and I got to go see his amazing layout in his loft. And just picture this, people, in 48 hours time, not 48 hours time, but in less than a week, I got to go play at Alan's shed and Jim's loft. How many people can say that? I got to play in both their... You're a Glaswegian. I know you are, Andrew, so I was waiting for you to get up and protest. You can get pills for that, Andrew. Digger, you're a couple hundred miles away from Edinburgh. Well, I'm normally several thousand miles away from Edinburgh, but I made the journey. And if I can travel several thousand miles, some of you could travel a couple hundred miles. Come on. But it was just, it was very special to see